Erdogan has called for a boycott of United States electronic products in retaliation for what he says is an economic attack on his country. The Turkish Lira has fallen more than 45% against the US dollar this year, with US sanctions partly to blame. The weakness of the currency is starting to affect other emerging markets. India's rupee has hit a record low, and currencies from Argentina to South Africa all fell on Monday. Sinem Kosyolu has more from Istanbul.
Turkish government has taken some measures in order to stop the devaluation of the Turkish currency lira. The central bank increased the liquidity for this banking sector yesterday. On the other hand, today the industry ministry announced that they activated $1.2 billion for the Turkish industrialist production, along with some other measures taken by the finance ministry. However, the business world in Turkey warns that immediate actions should be taken without being late. And one of the steps that is demanded by the markets and international markets is the increase of the interest rates by the Turkish central bank. However, according to the school of thought that President Erdogan and his economic team represents, this is impossible for Turkey because they see it as a pressure by the international markets, by foreign powers on Turkey, and they wouldn't bow down. However, the latest decline in the Turkish lira had some impacts on the European countries as well, along with some other markets. The Turkish private sector has a debt of at least $221 billion, and most of those debts are actually to the European countries. Like half of it belongs to the European countries. So a slide in the Turkish economy and instability in the Turkish economy could also harm the European countries as well. That's why European politicians, including Angela Merkel, have shown some support to Turkey, along with the Russian president, an Iranian president, and the Prime Minister of Iraq. However, Turkish President Erdogan still sees it as an economic wage against the Turkish economy. And he says a firm political stance is needed in order to deal with it.
A provincial governor